Now, for men and women, the difference in handling emotions like this. Men like to hide and handle it themselves. And they handle emotions by their mind. I don't have to feel unhappy. I don't have to be angry if they handle it. And they don't like to talk about it. They don't like to share about it. And they always want to find a way to solve the problem. And when the problem is solved, they don't have to handle the emotions. They think, when my problem is solved, then it's okay. Then no more problem. Now for the women, now these are general things. When women are emotional, it's like the pressure cooker. The pressure is higher and higher, and it has to pop or explode. For the man, he likes to hide, but for the woman, she has to talk. And if she cannot talk, then it will explode. And then to be able to talk about it and listen to, it's like half of the problem taken care of. And if someone listen and share the feeling, sure you feel very happy. And then when the way to take care of the feeling is by talking. Okay, and then to handle the other person's emotions, the man's method, he's a fireman. He just want to help you. He just want to settle the fire. And he will try to solve the problem. And he thinks that when I solve your problem, then you should be happy. And then the man would think that to share about emotions, feeling is not useful, no use. But for the women are very sensitive to people and to what happens. And then, if the husband or wife or husband or someone else are unhappy, she wants to find out the root problem. Why are you unhappy today? The wife would say to the husband, you look unhappy today. What's happening? Tell me. She wants to find the root problem. But the husband doesn't like that. Don't ask me, leave me alone. And then also for women, so when women see the husband's problem, she wants to find the problem and hopes that the husband will share what happens. So the way the woman and the man help each other is different. The man will try to help your problem. For the woman, tell me, what's happening? And try to dig deep, they just, what else, what are some other problems? So they try to dig deep. But that's something the men don't like. So when we know this, how can we adjust? So women and husband need to talk when they're not emotional. When you're unhappy, what do you like me to do? Some men might say, just leave me alone. Let me handle it and then I'll talk to you later. It depends. Now for me, my wife has given me so much comfort that I feel comfortable telling her. The reason why most men don't like to talk about it is because when most men tell the wife what happens to them, the wife will be very worried, much more worried than I am. The wife will be, wow, this problem happened. What will happen? Wow, what will happen to us? Then the woman's response is much stronger than what the men want. The man will say, if I tell you I'm in distress, if I don't tell you I'm more settled, more peaceful, but if I tell you there's more trouble, so the man doesn't want to talk about it. So my wife handled it in a very easy way. She would say, whatever you want to do is fine. And then she would listen to me, and then when she listened to me, she would not criticize. She would just say, okay, I have this point of view, you have this point of view, I have this point of view. My wife really is a very gentle person, and is an understanding person. She has also learned counseling. So she understands the other person's need and feeling. So she would say, okay, you look at it differently, you look at it this way, I look at it this way, it's okay. After I tell you everything, now, what do you think? I'll tell her what I think. And then she will say, it's okay, whatever you want, it's okay. You make your decision. I'll let you choose your decision. You know my feeling. So she makes it very easy for me. And if I spill my food, now for many women, when they see the husband spill the food, they will say, look at you, such an old man, and you don't know how to take care of yourself. You're like a little child. But for my wife, she just say this, doesn't matter. You go home and wash your clothes, it's no problem. Now, so can you say to your husband, doesn't matter, no big deal, no problem, no big problem. But for many wives, because of the sense of responsibility, they want to present the husband as a good, smart, sociable, tidy man. When a wife sees the husband's clothing not dressed up properly, the wife is very concerned. The wife is very responsible. So the wife, if she learns to let go and relax, give him freedom, the man, and then tell him, whatever you tell me is okay. I won't judge you. And my wife doesn't judge me. He will listen to me. That makes me feel very comfortable to tell her everything. And she also tell me, whether it's a big thing or a small thing, please tell me. And she shows me that even when I've done something big, terrible, she would not respond by telling me, how can you do something like that? She would not respond like that. She would say, okay, well, sorry that happened. What can we do? She would go very peaceful. So that makes me feel very happy. That I feel relaxed to tell her. So for women, being more relaxed with the man will make him feel more comfortable. Men, do you like your wife to be more relaxed? Don't take things so seriously. And then women, they really like the man to attend to them. If we don't attend to them, they will keep talking. You don't listen to them, they'll keep talking 5 times more, 10 times more. Men think that if I don't talk, then she won't talk. That's not true. You won't talk, she will keep talking until you talk to them and listen to them. So if we listen to them more, they will be more peaceful. Do you agree? Okay, now, as far as talking, how much? Already I said, men talk general, briefly, but women talk about details, and even a small thing, going to the supermarket, she'll come home and she can say, wow, look at that food, and I cannot find it, and I find something else, and I look at it, wow, it's not as good, or this one is good. They can talk about like a story. For men, why talk about that? You just say what I bought. But for the woman, everything, every little detail is so important and so interesting to them. And they will talk with a lot of expression. Do you find that true? That they will. Of course it's not true for every woman, but there's a tendency. There's a tendency like that. Now, so it's very important for us to understand the difference in sex. Now, I'm sorry that many young people didn't come, because the young people learn this. They know what to look for in dating. But many people are not ready. Actually, when a woman dates a man, she thinks that he will care about her. She will be disappointed many, many times. The man has to be educated to learn how to communicate and listen before he will care. No man naturally will listen and care. Men naturally would just not pay attention. They just want to do something, do some activities. Men like to have fun and activities. So if a woman expects the man to care, now in the beginning, she'll see, wow, this guy, every time he looks at me, he's so happy. He likes to talk with me. He likes to listen to me. Because the man is being attracted by the girl. But the moment he gets her as in a marriage or about to get married, he will start to lose interest. He will not show as much interest. And then the woman will be very disappointed. And then when a man looks for a woman, he wants to find a gentle woman, not so worthy as the mother, don't talk so much, and don't have so many emotions, and peaceful, and have fun, and always cheerful. But then after marriage, he finds that the girlfriend talks very much now, like his mother. Because when he doesn't listen, the wife will talk 5 times more. So both the man and the woman will be disappointed if they don't understand the sexual differences. But when they understand this, then they know how to handle it. Then a man knows that if you want a happy marriage, I would tell men. Now, for many men, they just prepare to find a good-looking girl, fun-loving girl, having fun, and they just want that qualities. And so they just think, if I have this girl and I just go around, have fun, then a marriage will be good. That is a misconception. If you understand that if I want to get married, I have to prepare to have time to listen to her, to care about her, to do what she likes me to do, to have time together. When he understands that, then he can have a good marriage. And then when for the girl, she wants to have a good marriage, she needs to understand that men don't like too much talking. Men like more caring, being more like accepting and respecting him and doing things with him. And when the woman talk, don't be so emotional, but talk in a gentle, peaceful way. And then handle it together, and then without blaming the husband. It will make the husband happy. So if women understand that, then they will have a better chance of having a good marriage. And also something about marriage is, once the relationship gets bad, it's hard to turn back. It's not impossible, it's hard. Once the guy doesn't like the wife, it takes much more effort for him to like her again as when they were dating. And then when the wife doesn't like the husband, the wife always remember, my husband doesn't listen to me. My husband has no response. My husband doesn't care about me. It's very hard for her to turn back. So it's better that before marriage, they understand the sexual differences and how to, care about the other person and make the other person feel happy. And then when they date, so it's very important to have dating counseling. Actually, the first thing necessary is to have people seek God's will before they start dating. Many people start dating because they like someone. That's the wrong approach. The best approach is to seek God's plan. The best way, but people don't like it. I educate my people like that. Tell me when you are about to date. But people don't listen. Some people do. Some people will tell me. Because I would talk with both of them. I find out and pray with them to find out their qualities, whether they are suitable together and what they have to work on, and it will help them greatly if they find me, talk with me first. So if for guys and girls, when they get interested in each other, they find a pastor and they counsel them. If the pastor can listen and not just command, tell them what to do, but listen and then counsel them, and then or train other people to counsel, then they know the difference of the sexes and how to love each other, how to care about each other, and how to overcome the problems. Then the relationship will become stronger and stronger. And learn to respect the relationship, respect the future marriage. That way, the marriage can become strong. They have to understand what they have to do in order to build a good marriage before there is a good marriage. But for many people, before they get married, they don't know what they're getting into. They don't know the problems, and that's why there is so much problem in marriage. Now, some serious problem would be divorce, but sometimes the problem is what? Lack of interest. They don't have interest in each other anymore. They can do things together, but they don't really like to talk to each other. Like for many pastors, they don't like to talk with the wife about ministry because the wife has too many opinions, insists on the opinions, and then the pastor doesn't like to talk with her. The pastor would rather just say, okay, you take care of the woman, I take care of the other ministry. You don't take care of my ministries. They rather that the wife will leave them alone because the wife sometimes is too controlling, doesn't give the man the freedom. Okay, now I'll keep going about the difference between the sexes. To express love, men like to express love by action, by doing something for her. And to serve means to love, and to earn money means to love. For women like time together. That is love. Listening. And women like sweet words. Some men say, well, why sweet words? And many men cannot understand that. Why? Now, actually, the sweet words, if it's just the mouth, is useless. It's just, basically, women like to be really always treasured for her whole lifetime. For a whole lifetime, that the man will really treasure her, sees her as very important. I cannot live without you. But most men say, I cannot say that. I can live without you. But the wife likes to feel that I'm so important in your life that you feel having you is so much, is so good. I want to be together with you. I want to be with you. Women like that and needs that companionship. So for women, when a man always from the heart say, I love you, I need you, I want to be with you, I'm happy to be with you. All these are very important to her. But some men say it just to please her, so that she won't get angry. But if we really seriously love the wife from the heart, then you have a best partner. I really love my wife. Let me tell you, I love my wife for two reasons. One, she's really a good wife. She's very good. In every way. I haven't seen another good wife like her. When I look around, many couples, I don't see a wife. I'm not saying there is no one like that, but I have seen most marriages. I don't see the close relationship that I have with my wife. I don't see that in most marriage. There certainly are many good marriages, but I just haven't seen too many good wives. And she's really a good wife, a good lover, and I really like her, I love her. But another reason, because I want my ministry to be the best, I want my life to be the best. I don't want to give Satan a foothold. I have a logical reason, because I'm a man. I have a logical reason. I want to keep my marriage in the best condition. Now for women, they don't have this reason. Women love just because they love the man. They want the marriage to be the best. It's not because I want my life to be better, therefore I love my husband. For women who are devoted to the husband, they love because they just love the husband. It's because love is a great motivation in the heart of women. That when she loves someone, she really loves that person. So that's a gift of God, that women have this heart to love. So for men to please the woman, is always pay attention and listen to her and care about her. All this, what she wants. And then for the men, she wants someone gentle, not wordy, not nagging. So to express love, women like sweet words, and then attention. Men pay attention to matters, business, and they can become zealous in what they do. They're interested in sports or watching sports, but they're not good in understanding people. Now for women, what they concentrate on are relationship. Sometimes because they pay attention to relationship. Therefore, if there is any problem in relationship, women will get upset easier. For men, they say, no problem, I don't have to pay attention to him. But for women, when there's a problem in relationship, it affects her much more. And then women can get unhappy easily because of personal problems, interpersonal problem, and they pay attention to detail and pay attention to people. For men, when they go to a place of work or go to church, they don't really notice much about the people. But when a woman comes home, she will tell the husband, have you noticed the pastor's clothing today? Have you noticed what happened to the couple? What's happening to them? She will notice a lot of details about some people. Okay, the expectation of men and women from the spouse. The man's expectation from the spouse is the wife would be gentle, not nagging, and take care of the family, and men like body contact. You know, there's a picture about what women and men want. Women want care, love, romance, time together with the husband. And men want what? Football, TV, sex. That's what most men are interested in. And men don't want the woman to talk about their faults. And men want the woman to follow his will and to respect him. And then for women, the expectation that the husband will give her time, concentration, and care, and he will listen and respond to his feelings, and not to give too many opinions to how to solve problems. And then when she's unhappy, that the man will try to make her feel comforted, accepted. So when my wife is unhappy, I will hold her hands. I will hug her. I'll stay with her. I'll listen to her. Ask her how she feels. Now sometimes my wife is very easy to, when she's unhappy, it's very easy to make her feel peaceful again. Now for some wives it's difficult. For some wives, when they're emotional, you can do everything you want. Anything you want, she still won't turn back and be peaceful again. But for my wife, when I say, and she said, you notice you did not listen to me, you did not do something, you did not care about me, or you forget about me. And then what I say is, I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention to you, I didn't listen to what you said, I'm very sorry, I try to pay attention next time. When I say I'm sorry and I try to pay attention to it next time, then she'll be okay. She's very good. But for many women, oh, why did you do that to me? Whoa! And so she's very easy to soothe. And that makes it easy for me. And if women here, that if you educate the woman too, when you have emotions, it can affect the man. So the sooner you can say, okay, if he is willing to work on it, it's good enough, then I'll let go and I'll accept it. Then the man will have more motivation to communicate. Okay, and then what causes men and women to be unhappy? For the man, the woman nagging too much, talking too much. The woman doesn't give him space. The woman wants to prove that he's wrong. The woman wants him to listen to her. And that affect his sovereignty in the family and his space. And then what makes women unhappy? When the husband doesn't listen, doesn't respond to her feelings. When the husband doesn't respond to her feelings, she will keep talking, and very emotional. And then, when the husband doesn't listen, she will feel that the husband doesn't care about her, and everything to her is related to relationship. Now that's something I let my wife know, but then it's something, sometimes she doesn't see it that way. To her, everything, a lot of things I do is related to relationship. For instance, there is someone I have to talk to, minister to, and she's waiting for me in a car outside. I talk, and I think she will understand. I'm talking to someone. I'm helping someone. It's hard for me to tell her. But for her, it's a relationship issue. Now for me, it's a ministry issue. I have to minister to someone. But to her, it's a relationship issue. Why? Because she says, if you really love me and cares about me, you know that I'm sitting in the car waiting for you for so long. Can you just call me and let me know? But I said, I'm talking to someone. It's hard to call. But I mean, she said, how hard is it? Just tell me. Send a message. You have to wait for so long. Now, to me, this is a ministry issue, not a relationship issue. But to her, it's a relationship issue. That I don't pay attention to her. Sitting alone in the car waiting and don't know how long to wait. So now I understand everything to her. Related to me is relationship, even though I think it's a ministry issue. So now I try to send a WhatsApp. Okay, wait so long and come. And I told her, in my thinking, it's not a relationship issue. I see you as very important. You are very important. It's hard to do, to let you know. But now I understand this because I let her stay there alone without knowing how long to wait. So that's a relational issue. Do you understand this? For the man, it's the business. For the woman, it's a relationship. So a lot of times men don't understand that little things we do or we don't do could mean to the woman, I don't care about her. Now for the man, it's not I don't care about you. It's just, I don't think about it. I don't think about it. It's a relational issue for the woman. So that's something for us to learn. Okay? And then the needs of man and woman in the marriage. For men, number one, sex. It's a fact of life. Now, but for men and women after marriage, after a while, the women say, no more fun in sex. I don't want sex anymore. No. And then what happens is, then the man will look for outside excitement. So our body doesn't belong to us. In order to keep the marriage, it's very important that the woman doesn't hold on to the grudges and then withhold sex. That's very important. So for men's needs, first is sex. Second is someone to have fun with. The men like to just go out and have fun. The women like to go out and talk. The man wants fun. And then the man wants the spouse attractiveness. The men generally don't like the wife to look like, very old woman. After marriage, she start to gain weight. And generally, the husband like the wife to keep being attractive. I'm just telling you the fact. I mean, don't take it personally, okay? Number 4, the husband wants the wife to share the house chore, to help in the house chore, and the husband wants the woman to respect and appreciate. And then the woman's need, number 1, to care. Number 2, to talk. Talk means not what some men talk, Women don't want that. Women want the man to listen and then respond, that kind of talk. Not some men talk too much, the women don't like it. And number 3, the women like the husband to be honest and open. And number 4, financial support. And then number 5 is devoted to the family.